Fetch. Go Russell. All right. US Russell 2000. That's my ticker, Oanda, but I think Dollar Rut, a whole bunch of other maybe ETFs tracking the Russell. Look, the Russell was one of the first ones to really go down hard, really correct or go deeper into that stage 4 decline than the other indexes, American indexes. And now it seems to be pulling up harder, trying to go back to previous defined support, now turn resistance, trying to go back towards that moving average. And since it fell further away faster, it looks like it wants to catch up and come back to those levels at the same time as its peers, guys. Okay, how did this break down? We had a monthly candle close here. I did a podcast a while back, I think December 15th. I had this in a full meltdown. And yeah, it's in this candle, December candle here. Okay, monthly candle close below breakdown line, implied measured move. And that target was reached in the same month. I can't always play those because if you want to wait for a confirmation on the monthly candle chart, to know if that measure move to be valid, well, price action might already reach it by that time. But knowing the swing rule is hit on the monthly defined chart, Stan used it to even take half of his position. He used to like the laser accuracy. I use it also for to estimate where, okay, this could maybe be the end of my stage 4, or maybe it's an area where sellers are going to come, buyers are going to come in and we'll have a rally up. It's clues. All these are clues. Somebody could be looking at the Fibonacci lines and let's look at the Fibonacci lines. Fibonacci, or somebody, aleviate waves. Where's the Fibonacci? Oh, right here. Fib retracement. Okay, where do I start this with here? And see, that's like over 50%. Hit the 61% retracement. Touched this important breakdown line. This breakout line turned support. I gotta take that up. There you go. Wait, remove Fibonacci. Previous breakout line support, now turn resistance. Tapped it, went back up. So that's a pretty sweet, fast target reach, guys. But what we're looking at right now, we want to know if this can continue its downtrend. The 12-month average is going downwards. You have price action below it. I see this as a pullback towards, try to test maybe that monthly defined breakdown line at 1507, 1508. Touch that, led the 12-month average, which is at 1566 right now, dropping fast. Catch up. Go back down, and this would be a great risk reward entry. Lower highs, and after that we could go back down and test this the 61% Fibonacci retracement. And at the same time, you're constructing maybe a bigger pattern. Let me see if I got a pattern happening here. Maybe defining a bigger pattern, price action going back up, and now what happens is the chart's morphing, giving you a bigger measure move. Whoa, let's take this one. Zoop. And that measure move added to the breakdown line, gonna bring us back to these lows. Wow, okay. So I would have to go through this natural support once again, that natural resistance, my previous support and resistance. And I have to go through that natural support right here. All the way we might have a wick. This might go down. And after that, we'd have a wick during the month. Going to hit those lows here. Those are possible targets. All right. Okay, let's zoom in on the weekly. I want to know, is that pullback just a pullback? Or, well, let's look at the details. Weekly. Oh, remove, scribbles, adios. Price action sunk through that weekly defined support. Hit that monthly defined support, turn resistance, and started bouncing back up, guys. Right here we have our monthly defined support. I'm going to draw the weekly. We're closing in on the weekly defined. Whoa! We're closing in on weekly defined support. So which one is it going to hold? So now all you have to do, you're in the best position. You're on the sidelines. You're waiting. Oh, okay, weekly defined support. Yeah, some sellers coming in, slowing down the action, but we still have some juice. Some good news came out. And after that, defined monthly defined support, resistance, support turn resistance, going above. And then after that, down we go. 3-week average catching up. Great risk reward entry right there, guys. That's awesome. What about those volume candles? Volume. Yeah. If you look at my previous podcast on the Russel, red candles, I say those are like ninja swords. Oh, chopped on the leg, bleeding. Sometimes can't recuperate. Oh, let's do some more ninja swords. Oh, bleeding. And that's why it's hard. You see this? Nobody's striking you hard, but you're still on, your limbs are still chopped up. You're losing blood. If that value could contract even more, that'd be a good sign that would be closing in on the turnaround on the weekly for the pullback. So lower highs. We've already started to build a low. Lower lows would be the next step right here, guys. Going all the way down. So that's what it is, man. So if you want to stay in the premise that you're in a stage 4 decline, you don't want it to close above the 30-week average. You don't want it to close above the 12-month average. You don't want it to close above monthly defined support and resistance. You don't want it to go up too high. You want to keep having a nice trend, not too far off the 30-week average. Still, you don't want to make higher highs. You don't want to do that. You want nice downtrend going down. So that's how it's building up. That's what I'm looking for, these two levels right here. I'm going to keep a close eye on it for red candle on the way back down. Okay, we got to finally a red candle close. It's time to look at the metrics. Are we still underperforming the SPX? Was it on contracting volume? Is the monthly chart still in our favor? Check all that out. And after that, okay, I have enough weight of evidence. I think that pullback is completed or completing. And then I could have a good risk reward entry. But until then, guys, you got to wait. You got to wait for that weekly close. Ideally, wait for that monthly close. And even have another month going down back again. But if you want that precision to enter, you don't want to wait for that monthly candle close on that pullback. Zoom in on the weekly, and you could play it off here. You could even go on the daily. Oh, the daily. I don't go often on the daily. Let me zoom that. Okay. Down. You see, even on the daily, it's pulling back close to that 50 MA. The 200's up here. Coming close. Volume is contracting on those green days, guys. Contracting. When you start hitting that 50 moving average, SMA, you're going to be hitting that weekly defined support, turn resistance. It could be slowing down. I don't know when it's going to slow down. Lower highs. Right here could be an interesting area. That consolidation pattern, you probably don't want it to close above that. This is probably a good area again here. See, this is our weekly. If it goes up here, it could happen, but it wouldn't be as good as if it would decide to turn around right at these lower levels right here. At that 1470 level, if it could close around here and turn around here, it would be better. If it etched a little higher up, 1510. See what happens, guys. All right, Russell, that's it. I'm not worried. Simple pullback in my eyes. And let's just wait for that turn down, guys. See ya.